Hey guys, it's Apollo here, and it is time for a deck update. This time it is a very different one because if you guys remember from my pure Daiyusha deck build, deck profile, I think a few weeks back, where it's a pure Daiyusha build without Daikaiser in the deck. Um, well, I've soon come to realize, and also a bit of observation from a lot of people playing online and physically, I've realized, well, what if you want to play Daikaiser, but instead of running Daikaiser in the right line, you run Daiyusha as a right line, while Daikaiser is in the main deck. Essentially, what this does is basically a Daiyusha-Daikaiser hybrid build. So, I have been testing this deck for quite a bit, and I am actually pretty shocked because rather than playing Daikaiser in the right line, which I mean, it's a deck as it is. I mean, I'm not blaming it. Though I would say it is a way different build, and I think I had way more fun playing this build as opposed to my pure Daikaiser build or my pure Daikaiser build. Combining the two actually makes it really different, and seeing people play the hybrid build and also with advice from friends around me, I decided to revamp my Daiyusha deck and with a lot of spares laying around, instead of playing Daikaiser as a pure, I could play Daiyusha in the right line with Daikaiser in the main deck. So here's my deck, and I'll just go through real quickly because I will, instead of just going through skills, which I think you guys will know by now, I'm gonna just go through mainly for the reason why I play the cards. So the right line is the same as exactly like the Daiyusha right line. The Goichi is the starter, Dailander is the starter. You don't run Kaiser Greater because you want to choose you're gonna get high as fast as you can with all 5 inventory roaches all together in your Vanguard. Daidragon, so you can use your shield early, and Daiyusha is your main target to go to, your main boss unit of the deck. So essentially, Daiyusha just can give power to your board and to restand to even on turn 3 alone. So here's the little catch I'm doing here. So let's go down to the grade 3. So you do definitely want to run 3 personas. Now, in my Daikaiser build, I only play 2 Daiyusha because Daikaiser is the main focus of the build rather than Daiyusha. But now, since you're playing Daikaiser in the main deck, 3 personas is quite important. So you have the option to choose whether you want to persona right to keep put pressure on your opponent more, or if you think you want to make sure your opponent can't guard, or guard more rather, you will go to Daikaiser. So I play 2 Daikaisers in my main deck. So essentially, the moment you're in you go turn 4, you can choose, you can choose to just go personally straight away to get more power in the field, and also to bind engagement so you can get a +1 drive to draw more power. Or if you think you can finish your opponent immediately with the cards in hand, you can go straight to Daikaiser. So it's a very, very versatile build. I have noticed after taping testing for a bit. So unlike pure Daiyusha, which is much more focused on himself, and Daikaiser focusing to get Daiyusha on the board, and also getting to grade 3 and turn 2. This is a more versatile build, which I think is really, really cool how this mechanic turned out. So the other grade 3 I run 3 Daiwing. So I'm not sure if I play 4 or 3 Daiwings, but okay, either way, Daiwing is still a pretty good card. Essentially, most of the time he's just mainly for shield, but at certain situations where if I want to call that battle out from Soul just to give the crit pressure and put like Soul in the end, that will do. And sometimes I'll do the same with Dailander, because Dailander is exactly the same as the Kaiser Greater. Just swap the Daiyusha with Daikaiser, and the other way around if you're talking about Kaiser Greater. So that is the whole reason. This deck is pretty straightforward and very versatile, as I've noticed. So another grade 2 is I run 4 Dai Ladies, and obviously you need to search your Dai bases. And it's not like Daikaiser where the Dai bases tend to just help to maintain your board, but rather because you're playing Daiyusha, it's much more easier to think what to put in your soul, because you're gonna go Daiyusha first, and then at turn 4, turn 3 or turn 4, depending on the situation, you can choose either you want to get pressure by personal writing, or just kill your opponent's guard and go into Daikaiser. So very, very interesting option. And just like that, I run 3 Dai rankings. I believe I played 3 Dai rankings in my previous build as well. So it's just a shield, just like Dai Wing, and also essentially. Sorry about that. There's an airplane flying over the sky, so I'm trying to view that for a bit. Okay, so as I was saying, Dai ranking just helps you find your grade 3. Your grade 3 dimensional robots can be your persona, could be Daikaiser, can be Dai Wing, and or if you want, you can search for the Dai bases with the skill. And at the same time, when and you get directing, so you can either choose a card and discard it or put in soul, so which is pretty much the case. So, and here's the catch I'm putting here. So I'm playing one of the Brian. I mean, you should only play one of the ace units. So this card actually helps you plus your hand. And initially, I did play the cup in this deck, but I realized because you're not personal right isn't really okay, not really main focus, but it's very very difficult to pull it off. And if you get it, if you go to Daikaiser, then that card's pretty much dead in your hand. So instead of doing that, I decided to put the ace in this deck instead. So essentially, what this does is, in this phase, when regards to in your out of your battle phase, you may energy about 5k power, and you may energy about 3. You can look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Sorry about that again. Another airplane file over. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, was I saying? If this is a rigorous on the battle phase, this thing gets 5k. You may energy 3. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Choose up to 1 card, then put it in your hand and shuffle a deck. If your order zone has 2 or more cards on there, instead of the top 3, you do the top 5. So essentially, it's basically ball breed, but I don't have ball breed in my deck. I mean, it's pretty expensive. But in the second skill, auto on regress circle. When this unit attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is creature or greater, this unit gets 5 power. Then you can rest a set order in your order zone, and for this turn, if it's battle, it gets another 5k. The rest skill for the other zone, I don't usually use that. It's only really when it's very very situational. Very situational. All I can say that. I mean, I never do that unless I somehow don't have I can give up the cost to stress to get enough 5k. Very rare. And I mean, since you're playing set orders, you're playing freezing wave because it's a really good blitz order. Plus you can cycle back with Daikaiser. Alright, for the great ones, I played 2 Mariners. So I've seen people play one of it, which it's not like Daikaiser where Daimler isn't the focus anymore, because you want to charging the tie as fast as you can with Daiyusha. So I decided to play 2 in there. If you really want to be a bit risky, you can play 1, up to your personal preference. At least for me, I prefer play 2. And essentially, it's just mainly the guys triggering a tie, and if in situations, if you want to shut down your opponent's intercept, you can just do that as well. I played 2 die battles. I mean, obviously, because it gives crit to your Vanguard. What more can I say? And plus, it can have you triggering a tie immediately to your Daiyusha. Right? And I played 2 Glory Makers because you want to get a Gyro Streak. I mean, it is what it is. Get a Gyro Streak, and just as attack, I run Nano God just in case I cycle back my Personas back to the deck. I play 4 Effect PGs. I mean, nothing so much to say here. And because you're playing Daikaiser, I'm playing 1 Core Kaiser. I think 1 Core Kaiser is perfectly fine. You don't need to play more than 1 copy of Core Kaiser, just so that you can PG break in case your opponent does that. And as a dimensional robo deck, you need to play 4 of the die bases so that you can build your board and get some resources. Triggers, I mean, same as my previous. It's just pretty much straightforward. So I play of the 8 vanilla crits. I play 3 effect draws and 4 of the vanilla heals. Depending on the matchup, you can play the effect heals depending on the situation. So that is it for my Daiyusha-Daikaiser deck profile. So it's very different, and I initially wasn't keen on doing this at first, but after testing it out, it actually works much more differently and it's much more shockingly better than I thought. So with that being said, that's it for my quick deck update. So thank you guys so much for watching this deck profile. If you do like it, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.